The 21 and Blackpink mix. I shouldn't say that. Hi, welcome to my end of month review for the month of March, where we take the K-pop comebacks and or debuts and rank them using my super fancy tier ranking system. So if you're interested in seeing a little recap of what was released this month and my thoughts on the songs, then please keep on watching. So I don't know if you guys are gonna crucify me for this, but I might just skip like the actual tier ranking. I'm gonna tell you like what I'm ranking it. It's just I feel like actually doing the tier ranking is so tedious, and we're already the 31st and I didn't take any screenshots of any of the album covers, and then I didn't put it in the tier maker. I hope you understand. It's either this or just like nothing, to be honest. So here we are. Let's move on. Okay. So March, I'm gonna be honest, up until this month, January, February, March, I haven't had like the most songs ever that like I can think back on. I haven't been listening to a lot of songs either. I just got my Spotify back because I'm going to the gym. I've been lifting weights, guys, in my gym rat era. But I don't know, I was really feeling some FOMO about Spotify Wrapped, but then I'm like, I don't know. I end up watching videos on YouTube Premium at the gym. So I don't know. Anyways, enough about my life story. Let's get into this month's releases, starting with SSERAFIM's Smart. So yes, technically this was released last month. Like when we covered Easy, I also talked about Smart, but we got a music video, so I thought we could revive the subject. We could talk about it again. Why not? Such a great song. So it has absolutely taken over my TikTok For You page. I'm sure for a lot of you as well, this is the same exact story. Naturally, I still think it's a really great song. It's just that it's kind of it's overplayed by now, and it's by no fault of the song on its own. Well, what does that mean? I don't even know what I'm saying. What I mean is a normal amount of time has gone by where I feel like I would be sick of a song anyways. So I wouldn't necessarily say that it's overplayed. Even it's definitely overplayed, that's a lie. But I think the amount of time that went by, I got a lot of listens out of it. It was a healthy amount of time before I got sick of it. But it's definitely overplayed. I'm a little bit over it now. Like if it started playing, I might skip it. But if a fan cam popped up, like I don't think I would skip that. Like it really depends, okay? But I'm still gonna rank it pretty high because I did super enjoy the song. I think it's so much fun paired with the choreography, the whole experience, I think it deserves Big Booty Bop, to be honest with you. Into Big Booty Bop it goes, the highest tier. Songs that are just love at first sight, but TikTok has it now. Next up, we have ICHILLIN's On My Lips. Got that spice, got that sweet. A song that seems to talk about having spice while also having some sweetness. Though the song I feel leans more towards the sweet side of things. I actually wonder if there's a sample or something in the song, though I can't quite put my finger on it. It just reminds me of Blackpink's Ice Cream, which I feel was reminiscent of an ice cream truck song of sorts. I don't know if that counts as like a sample or just reminiscent of something of that nature, but it definitely contributes to the sweetness mentioned in the song. There are a lot of mentions of hot sauce, so I do think they're trying to make a balance of the spicy and sweet. So personally, with that type of concept, I would have expected a little bit more of a roller coaster of a song. Though there is still a roller coaster in the song, I just would have maybe done a little bit more because there is kind of a switch up, but again, I would have just done a little bit more. So following my love for their previous song Demigod, this one wasn't really my thing, so I'm personally going to skip this song, but of course, if it sounds up your alley, please check it out. Xikers are contributing to 5th Gen's obsession with doors for whatever reason with their song We Don't Stop. Do you guys remember when I mentioned this? Like, it seems like every 5th Gen boy group is just like highlighting doors in their music videos, and I don't think I've ever noticed this before. Boyfriend maybe I take it back, but it's still a little weird, right, that it's happened so many times. Anyways, so according to Soompi, this song meshes different genres over an old school hip-hop track and expresses Xikers' ambitions to go forward endlessly. We do get a switch up near the end, which I thought was quite cool, and I did enjoy the build up to the chorus. However, the song's not really my thing as of now, though I did enjoy, the hard-hitting, fast-paced nature of it. Personally, I'm gonna skip it, but the drill. If it sounds like something you would like, please check it out. Jennie of Blackpink and Matt Champion released Slow Motion. I'm usually reluctant to review songs that don't have a music video, but this one technically does, even though it's just like an eyeball throughout the entirety of it. So we're gonna count it. Plus, I really enjoyed this song, so I wanted to talk about it with you guys. So my first impression of this song was that there was just too much auto-tune. Like, I just didn't understand because it was such like a slow song. And at that point, like at the beginning of it, I didn't understand that there would be more hyperpop elements. That makes sense with the auto-tune, but at the beginning, I'm like, oh my god, what did they do to Jennie's voice? Because there's this part. Shall I show you the part in the song? Do you hear, like, immediately you're hit with so much auto-tune and then it continues? Upside down. Upside down. Do you know what I mean? But then as you get to the chorus, it starts to make so much more sense. And, you know, again, the hyperpop nature. I'm not claiming to like fully understand hyperpop. That's what I just think it is, and I really enjoy it. If I could stop time for real. So you get, you know, elements of a slow-paced song that is also simultaneously bouncy and fast-paced. And of course, it also has some cute lyrics. If I could stop time for real, would it make it any easier for you to love me? I just really enjoyed this release despite my initial apprehension. It was, I mean, technically love at first sight. You know, the first few seconds I was apprehensive, of course, but the first listen, definitely love at first listen. So big booty bop for this one too. When I found out that Chungha was collaborating with ATEEZ's Hongjoong for Eenie, Meenie, I was so excited. So let's check it out. You know, they just, you know, when you hear Chungha and Hongjoong, you're just like, the vibes just feel right? You know, just like the artistry and everything. So I was really excited. And naturally, the song is cool right off the bat with those instrumentals. Shall we just take a little bit of a listen? I've heard the song, you know, I've seen the challenges, so many of the challenges, but the song in its entirety, I haven't really listened to all that much. Yeah. But it definitely sounds cool. And from what I get, the premise of the song is basically that Chungha knows what she likes and can pick out anyone like Eenie, Meenie, Miny, Mo. So I definitely really liked that concept of it all, like Eenie, Meenie, you know? I do think it has the potential to grow on me. It was just not like, I didn't feel super drawn to it, and I still don't feel super drawn to it, super. You know, if it randomly started playing, I don't think I would skip it, but otherwise, I guess the second gen vibes category. Just if it started playing on a playlist, I don't think I would skip it. That's where it goes. Next up, we have Tempest with their song Lighthouse. I feel like this song cuts straight to the point without an intro because, you know, some songs, well, most songs have an intro, right? This one, from what I remember, it just like immediately started singing, but let's refresh our memories. Like, to me, that's quite fast, isn't it? Not that it's bad or anything, it's just an observation. There are some strong second gen vibes to this song. I wrote in my notes that I'm going to show you what I mean, but I don't remember where they were. I guess a little bit everywhere. Those just, you know, when it's like, do you know what I mean? When they're just like, I'll be there, da, 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 da. You know, just those random additions feel very second gen to me. I really love that pre-chorus. It has a little bit of a tropical vibe to it, doesn't it? I don't know why I didn't try to add this to my playlist or something. I'm really enjoying it, listening to it with you guys right now here. Okay. I feel like there's a little bit of something missing in the chorus. Like, this song has a lot of potential in my opinion. So that's why I put it in YG's Dungeon initially, and I'm understanding why I did that now. Like, just a little bit of something more. Because again, I really love the whole structure of the song, like the basics of the song. Also, there's a part where they're singing in unison where it reminds me of ATEEZ's Promise. And also, I wrote down that one of the guys' voices sounded like San. So let's get to that part too. Do you hear it? Either way, I think the songs just remind me a little bit of each other. Okay, but where's the guy who sounds like Sam? Nor. We don't have time for this. But if you know what I'm talking about, let me know. Moving on to highlight with their release Body. So according to Smoothie, again, this is a house genre song that showcases a unique and refreshing style of music that Highlight has yet to show until now. I was ready to make like a pun that highlights. No, anyways. So basically the song is a love confession, and I do agree that it feels quite refreshing. And catchy too. Let's refresh our memories. So when I first listened to it, I was like, oh, like I think I like it a little bit more than I was anticipating, especially with like maybe the more retro funky vibes that I'm not always super on board with. But listening to it now, I'm just like, oh, I probably would skip it, to be honest. But initially I did write second gen vibes that like if it randomly played on a playlist, I wouldn't skip it. And maybe that is true to an extent, but you know, I wouldn't really reach out to it personally. Wendy's Wish You Hell is next. Wish you hell. I don't wish you well. So I saw a clip of Wendy explaining what the song was about, basically that, you know, it's actually a message to her past self. And my first thought was immediately like, oh, you know, this is like the PG version of, you know, idols having to explain songs that are clearly about lovers or ex-lovers, you know, like actually it's a song for everyone. Actually, the song is about my fans, when you know there's probably like a deeper meaning to it. And actually, I think like Olivia Rodrigo talked about this as well. Like someone was asking her about like the meaning of one of her songs, and she was like, you know, I don't want to give you a specific meaning because I don't want to pigeonhole the song too much. I want anyone to be able to relate to it as they please. Or was it Olivia Rodrigo or someone else? I don't know. And then I'm like, oh, I guess it does make sense. Maybe that's why it's super broad. But sometimes I do feel like K-pop idols like water down some of the meanings of their songs, what they tell you the meaning of their song is, to keep things a little bit more safe. But when I actually started reading the lyrics, I'm like, well, it is pretty specifically towards her past self. But do you ever wonder, maybe she wanted a song about like a past lover, you know, I wish you hell, like screw you. And then the company is just like, oh, let's maybe not do that. Do you ever wonder? Anyways, beautiful vocals, of course. What else could we expect from Wendy? I did enjoy this song. There was a melody in some places that was quite fluttering, and I enjoyed that. Let's see if we can find it. The vibe is also quite unique right off the bat. That's just beautiful. I don't think that's what I was talking about, but it's just beautiful. You know, I was like, oh, I love that part too. There are some parts of it though where I'm like, it sounds so familiar and I just can't put my finger on it. Like So this is one of those songs where I definitely wouldn't skip it if it randomly played. And I do think it has the potential to grow on me actually, because I do love the idea of it. This might be one of those songs where you say for a rainy day, you're like, I like the vibe, I like the way it sounds, just not right now. Like I don't feel inclined to stream it right now, but I could definitely picture myself streaming it like 6 months from now. I don't even know. But for now, we're going to put it, oh, actually, I'm going to save this song for a rainy day. I don't know what I was expecting from YooA and her new song Rooftop, but damn. What a fun retro concept. I always say, like, I feel like, you know, 70s is like really overdone in K-pop, and we really need to get back to like early 2000s. No, not even 90s, specifically 90s. Or is this early 2000s? I was gonna say I'm spatially confused. I'm a little confused. 90s and or early 2000s will work for me, I guess. But I loved the concept, the styling, everything. You know, the heels, such a take back. I really liked the concept. There was a lot of symbolism about being freed like a bird out of a cage. It sounded familiar though. I'm wondering, maybe is it just because it's such an accurate take back to like maybe 90s, early 2000s sounds that I think it sounds like another song, or it just sounds like it's, I don't know, but leave your suggestions below. Overall, I enjoyed the look and sound of this comeback. It's another one where if it randomly played, I definitely wouldn't skip it. I know, am I being too stingy with my playlist? There was a couple songs that I added to my playlist, but just like, I wasn't feeling it in the moment. Like in the moment I added it, I was like, yes, I'm going to give it a chance. But then like immediately after I was like, oh, I don't really feel like it. Listening to it, it's nothing personal. Next up, we have V with Friends, parenthesis end. Immediately we're hit with the theme of this music video as V enters a bus where everyone but him is in a relationship, and we have the lyrics accompanying this. You're in my head. I had plans for the weekend but wound up with you instead. I thought the music video was cute because it's like he's annoyed at all the love surrounding him and he's the only one alone. You know, he walks through a proposal and like hits away the ring in an annoyed fashion, and I thought that was cute. But then we move on to another day where it's basically the opposite. Him and someone else are the only ones, I wouldn't say in love, but everyone around them is fighting. I mean, previous to that, I'm pretty sure he by getting hit by a car, but I'm not sure. Like, that's the beauty about music videos with storylines, is that you can ask questions and be curious and come up with theories. I mean, we love glorified dance practices and face shots, but you know, I'm intrigued. Though the same thing still happens regardless, but this time instead of everyone like making out around his potentially body, everyone's just fighting around him, and he has a lover this time to console him in his final moments. But in the end, he wakes up beside himself before he's like, hey, and then it ends. So I definitely enjoyed the music video. I thought it was fun. As for the song, Soombi describes this as a pop soul R&B genre song with a sweet melody and calm rhythm. I definitely thought it sounded nice, but it's just one of those songs that I'm not super drawn to. You know, you can appreciate things from far, but for me personally, I'm gonna skip it. The Boyz with Nectar are up next. I'm gonna try moving less because my hair keeps doing stuff. I'm like, stop it. This is not the time or the place. Like, why is my ear like this? Do you know what I mean? Well, there's not much we can do about it. So according to Soombi, this song is a medium tempo pop track with sentimental guitar sounds, with lyrics expressing a hopeful message of putting the past behind and running toward a radiant future. So initially I was like, oh, I don't think this song is really my cup of tea. But then that chorus came and it was so dreamy. Literally so perfectly in line with the theme of the title. It was very sweet. Very sweet. I was gonna be like, sweet. Eat venom, but that is not the Boyz. So sweet like nectar. Beautiful. Oh my god, the give it to me really reminds me of Sisters. Give it to me like that. No, that's totally wrong. Give it to me. Touch by Miss A. Oh my god, it just made like the most basic, like, Give It To Me by Sister, duh. But then I'm like listening to it, I'm like, that it really doesn't sound. Touch by Miss A. Is it Touch? Oh, there's always that. I can never remember if it's Hush or Touch by Miss A. I think it's Hush. Give it to me, give it to me. Oh my god, I can't believe it was like, no, it's Sister, Give It To Me. Which interestingly actually also reminds me of the Zero Base One song. That was a little bit of a roller coaster, but anyway, so I think the song is really, really sweet. Like, it's just so dreamy. So I'm going to put it in Cup of Milk. Purple Kiss had another fun comeback with BBB. Now, the last time I reviewed Purple Kiss, I had a similar thing to say, that I thought that group was a more of a like darker concept type group. You know, for example, Sweet Juice, I really liked the song, I really liked the concept, it was like darker and stuff. So I go into their songs thinking it's going to be dark, but the last two I believe were quite, you know, upbeat and brighter, I would say, right? Now, let me know if you're a fan, is this like typical that they switch concepts a lot, or is this indeed a concept change? Because the song, it sounds quite fun, but then the outfits are a little darker and it's sending me mixed messages, I would say. Anyways, at first I was like, what is the third B for? Because we have Bad Behavior, and that's only two B's, and I didn't get it because I thought it was bad behavior, but it's bad B behavior, and we're not going to say that word because we're towing the line, apparently. My goodness. We don't have to get into that right now, but anyways, I think this makes great use of their vocals and overall quite catchy, but again, just another song that I'm not like super drawn to, so I'm going to skip this one. When did TNX become the new six? Like, I know TNX stands for the new six, but it's kind of like one of those things where you're like, has it always been like this? Because I could have sworn their songs before were literally spelled out TNX. And now everywhere you look, it's the new six. Anyways, that's not what you're here for. You want to know what I think of Fuego.
Una, dos, tres, Fuego.
I remember really loving Love or Die, which this is quite different, more third gen inspired, I would say. Now you blow my mind, Love or Die. So Smoothie describes the song as a bass house genre song with a sophisticated top line over trendy and minimal beats. I did enjoy the Hana Tours hit Fuego, but I wasn't the biggest fan of the beat drop personally. So this is another one that I think I'm gonna have to skip, but as always, if this sounds like it's up your alley, go check it out. XXL by Young Posse is up next.
I'm about to do it XXL, doing XXL.
So I got like a couple comments from people asking me to check out this song. And I always wonder, because if there's more than one comment that says the same thing, I'm always like skeptical. I'm like, did someone send you? Who sent you to say that? Do you ever wonder if someone sent someone to say something to you? Or is it just me? Am I just a little paranoid? I'm just like, but who sent you though? Because how did 3 people in a row ask me to review this song? That's a little fishy to me. So I've been really enjoying Young Posse's concept. I think it's so fun and nonsensical. And we need a little bit more of that in K-pop. More, okay, maybe quirky and nonsensical. Because I think we have some nonsensical themes in 5th gen. But it's more like dreamy and nonsensical. Whereas Young Posse is more quirky and nonsensical and colorful and all that jazz. XXL.
Let's hear that order.
Just really fun energy from this group, and I do appreciate this song. XXL. So I would put this song in 2nd gen vibes, but it could grow on me. Like, I was at the gym like, I want to listen to this, and I put it on. I enjoyed it. It pumped me up for sure, but just in terms of like streaming it obsessively, hasn't quite happened yet. But you know, maybe we could actually save this for a rainy day instead. Yeah, I think I'm going to save XXL for a rainy day. But I definitely welcome more quirky and fun concepts like this 1000%. Okay, now we have NCT Dream with Smoothie.
Smoothie, 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 smoothie.
I've seen a couple people say that this song is not about smoothies. I didn't personally look into the lyrics like too much to come to that conclusion, but I did gather that this song was a little more like on the serious side in comparison to their more fun songs like Hot Sauce or Beatbox, which is more, I like NCT Dream for those types of concepts personally. But anyways, this felt more like serious and like sultry. So, you know, I can kind of see it in the lyrics. But to be honest, like it did feel like they were still maintaining those like quirky things with the mentions of like strawberries and sweet cinnamon. But from what I'm reading from some of you, like it's just really not about smoothies at all, which fair enough. But I really thought like they were trying to make things fun with the smoothie talk. But so it is a little bit of a roller coaster, and I didn't dislike it or anything. I like how the song gets literally super smooth during the smoothie part. It's just not really my thing. I don't know. It feels more typical SM rather than like quirky, fun NCT Dream SM that I tend to like. And by tend to like, I literally mean Hot Sauce and Beatbox. I don't know if it's enough to put it in YG's Dungeon, because I would have just made it literally a fun song about smoothies. We could have done something really fun with this. So maybe YG's Dungeon. We'll put it in YG's Dungeon. I would have made it a lot more fun. ILLIT Magnetic. I feel like I've talked about this song so much already, but we might as well give you my final thoughts about it. I've raved so much already about how much I love this song. Literally love at first sight. You already know it's Big Booty Bob. I already knew that I loved this song before it was released. I mean, literally one of my favorite parts of the song is when it stops and you just hear this sound. I'll show you guys.
Baby.
That wasn't it, but obviously, like, immediately the brain tickling sounds. Baby, wait a minute, Moji, I'm sorry. It's just so fun. I've also been trying to learn the choreography, like, oh my god, I had a brain fart. I'm like, what does this song sound like? This time I want you, like it's magnetic. You. 100%. Oh my god. Overall, again, big booty bop, and I'm really excited to see what else ILLIT have to bring to the table. I know they have a couple more songs out. Let me know which one I should listen to the most. Brave Entertainment have debuted a new girl group, Candy Shop. So let's take a look at Good Girl. Right off the bat, I enjoyed the beat and the change of beat and the nice little chorus. It was a nice little song. Ads galore in the background. I thought it was so interesting. Some of the ads are so random though, because I think they're like at Times Square or something. It would have been cool if they could have bought like their own ad or something and dance in front of it. Though, you know, time constraints and everything, it might have been a little pricey, but do you know what I mean? Like, they could have done something, which I think could have been cool, or like some CGI or whatever, but otherwise, whatever, it's fine. There's a nostalgic feel to the song, which is mixed with this new feeling as well. So, you know, mix of old and new feelings. I enjoyed it.
The girl that you wanna know it.
Just very mellow, and again, it's kind of having some brain tickling instrumentals as well. So I did add it to my playlist. I'm still getting to know it. I don't know, I haven't had the chance to really listen to it so much, but for now, Cup of Milk, at the very least, second gen vibes that I wouldn't skip it if it randomly played. ARTMS, of course made up of LOONA members, has released a pre-release track called Birth. The music video starts off like super artsy, which is really exciting off the bat. And I did think it was really beautiful, intense, and spooky at the same time. But for me personally, I think this song is more of an acquired taste. So though I do really appreciate the artistry, for me, I would personally have to skip it. But of course, please check it out if you'd like to. And also, I did really appreciate the fact that the subtitles told you who exactly was saying which line. That's definitely a really good way to get to know the members, right? Last up, we have BABYMONSTER with Sheesh.
Got them all going.
Sheesh. So I'm not gonna lie, it felt really grating to the ears at first listen. Like when I was hearing the TikTok snippets, right? Like sheesh, like it just felt grating to the ears. But the more and more I listened to it for like the past 3 months, the more it grew on me. I'm not gonna lie. And now I'm just like, BABYMON. Now keep in mind, the song literally came out today. I'll be honest, I haven't even heard it yet. This, in comparison to Batter Up, I do feel like is more Blackpink coded. Everyone and their mothers was basically saying that Batter Up sounds like a Blackpink song. I didn't personally agree, but I feel like Sheesh is definitely way more up Blackpink's alley. That's a debut. Oh my god. I love it. I literally love it. I'm literally so in love. The 21 and Blackpink mix. I shouldn't say that. BABYMO, and I'm literally in love. It's fantastic. Straight to my playlist. Got them all going sheesh. So that is basically it for the ranking portion. Let's go to what I've been listening to this month. Spoiler alert, there's probably a lot of Enrique. Oh, here's my Rooftop. First, we have ILLIT's Magnetic, of course. Then we have Bailando by Enrique. Duh. But this is the English version, actually. I over-listened to the Spanish version, and now the English version, I'm like, oh, it's something new. And then, oh, Baddie by IVE. I wasn't expecting that. Then Get It, Got It Good by Jessica. Tonight by Enrique. Bounty by ATEEZ, Cheers by 17, Panjak by Girls' Day, Fact Check by NCT 127, Mega Sesto by G-Friend. So I would say probably starting from number 3. That's what I've been listening to. The rest is probably like older stuff because I just got my Spotify back. So I haven't super been listening to the rest of those songs. Let's download this now before it changes. Sheesh. So thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. These are the lovely individuals who help support my channel on a monthly basis. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. As for me, I'm gonna get going, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Annyeong, goodbye, adios.